qualifying time, 14:54.29. It's a fast one. It's a qualifying time that Sam Short would have no problems with. With no Sam Short, he's already on the team for both the 400 and the 800 free. If no one makes the qualifying time here, I believe Sam Short will get the swim in Paris. But if two make the qualifying time, there is no Sam Short in Paris.
Lachlan Walker, lane 1, 21 years of age, Griffith University. Johannes Mansky, 19 from Highlanders in lane 2. Lane 3, Ben Goedmans, 20, St Peters Western. Lane 4, Matt Galea, 22 years of age from Sopak. Lane 5, Nick Sloman, 26 years of age from Noosa. Lane 6, Kyle Lee, 22 from North Coast over in Perth. Lane 7, Thomas Raymond from Noosa. And in lane 8, Adam Sudlow, 23 years of age, also from North Coast, trains alongside Kyle Lee, won the 200, 400, 800 and 1500 freestyle at the Sydney Sprint event in 2023. That's good going.
The difficult thing for Matt Galea here is going to be pacing across this race. Used to having someone like Sam Short that would be out there heading this race up and then being able to swim off him. This is completely and entirely going to be Matt Galea's race, where he has to find 3 seconds of improvement. He won't have the same guides, gauges to be able to check and review as he swims through. It'll be going off his own feel. Could be an advantage for some swimmers. Other swimmers need someone else in there to get them going.
Did a personal best time, Matt Galea, of 14:57.19. Over in the US in July last year to sneak into 10th position on the all-time Australian performers list. That is a who's who of men's distance swimming in Australian history, that list.
Matt Galea is a lifeguard at the Nepean Aquatic Centre in Western Sydney. Comes from Blacktown in the heart of Western Sydney. Attended Penrith Anglican College. And he's leading the way here as they come down to touch the ball after 200 metres.
He's having a great swim, Matt Galea. This is a great split at this 200-metre mark. So as you said, Thorpe, the good thing is that, yes, he's having to set the pace. Yes, he knows that more than anything, he wants a qualifying time, not just to win this race, but a qualifying time. And so he almost needs someone to push him along. And we're looking at Benjamin Goedmans next to him in lane 3, which is, he's just falling off his feet at this stage, but is still providing a reference point for Matt there, going, I don't have body lengths in front here. I've got someone that's just sitting behind me, and what do they have left at the end of this race?
So maintaining the lead, looking how comfortable the stroke is at this point. This is where you're looking for every part of finding an efficient stroke, getting through the next 1,000 metres until you can apply yourself in the next 200. A number of athletes that swim the 1,500, they will break this race up into 3 sections, 3 500-metre races, where they build on and then they are able to deliver to maintain that pace.
So Galea, Goedmans and Walker, the first 3 through 300 metres. Great to welcome Australian swim team head coach Rowan Taylor as a special guest here on Evening 5. Rowan, thanks so much for joining us. Before we get into the magic we've seen from our girls in particular throughout the week, Sam Short not swimming here. We know he's been a little bit under the weather this week. Can you outline the scenario facing yourself and, of course, the selectors that will enable him to get a swim in the 1500 in Paris?
Yeah, thanks for having me, Matt, Gian, and Ian. Yeah, Matt, Sam was a little crook for the last 3 weeks, battling a gastro, and had to, modify his training. And so coming into the meet, there was a concern that maybe they take it one race at a time and see how he went. And really, after the 800, it was need to put the cue in the rack and just get back to recovery and getting ready for Paris. But the risks they're taking, quite simply, is if 2 of these guys go under the qualifying time, Sam won't have that event to enter. He has the entry time from last year's Worlds that he can use. You have about an 18-month window to use times, at better entry times than maybe the ones you posted here. But so that's the scenario facing Sam right now. A nervous wait to see if 2 go under the time, that'll take away the spot from him.
So I guess it's for for Sam, we're looking at this and looking where the improvement can be. You know, that's the possibility for Matt Galea to be able to make that time to qualify, and that's, you know, what's most likely to happen. So do you think Sam will get that position?
Well, again, I think Matt's probably the one that's closest to getting a qualifying time, and if it's just Matt getting the time, there'd be one additional spot available to enter somebody in the 1500 at the Olympics, and because Sam's on the team and has a qualifying time that he had done last year, he could be using that so we can enter him in the meet.
Rowan, it's been a big night tonight, an emotional night. I want to start with Bradley Woodward. How excited are you that we've got Brad on the team finally after missing a few chances to be an Olympian?
Yeah, no, it's great for Brad. He's such a really quality person, and his training and his consistency and how he goes about it, working with Adam Cable at SOPAC. And, you know, and Brad's been able to put some good times on the board, and he just needed to do it today, and he did that, and he did it when it counted, and he's got this ticket to Paris, so it's really happy for him.
We've added to new Olympians that have made the team at this competition, and one that, you know, made it through in the first time as an Olympian, but also for an individual swim. The women's 100 was exceptional to watch. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, we're blessed, aren't we? We have some quality, and I mean, Olivia Wunsch coming through, getting fit. I mean, a youngster coming through. Obviously, Bronte getting herself back was impressive, and then you've got the two girls out front in Molly and Shayna, and Meg Harris is a quality athlete, and we're very blessed. And to see it unfold in front of you, I really didn't know who was gonna get what. You know, they took it out this morning, so they really had to go fast this morning, which is why we have the heats and finals, is to make them conditioned to swim fast heats. Because when you get, as you know, when you get to the Olympic Games or World Championships, you have to be faster in the heats to be able to move through the semis and then into the finals. And it's a 9-day competition, so you know, they probably wouldn't have to put those kind of quality times down in the heats in Paris, but they'll be able to move through well. So very happy for them.
There'll be a new Olympic gold medalist in the 100 freestyle. Rowan, Emma won't be defending her gold medal from Tokyo. She finished in 6th position. Your reaction to that?
Yeah, I know. I'm sure Emma's disappointed, and you know, but you know, that's what the trials brings up. You know, you got to be on your best on the day, and there were 5 girls quicker than her tonight, but she got herself in there in the 100 fly, so she'll be on the team. And you know, we have a veteran like that to go to for the relays as well, which is nice.
All right, so even without Sam Short, this is good going by Matt Galea. He's broken out to about a 4 body length lead at the moment. Ben Goldman's in 2nd position, and then 3 swimmers, lanes 5, 6 and 7, all fairly close together in 3rd position.
So as we go through the halfway mark, 750 metres, we're seeing Matt Galea. He's just over the 60 seconds per 100-metre pace. So at the moment, we're looking at him being right around his best time that he's posted already at 14:57. He'll have to sprint the last part to be able to get near that 14:53 as he turns at 800.
Rowan, how do you feel as head coach of this team, knowing that with respect to Ariane and Kaylee McEwen, it is possible that both of those women can come back from Paris, and we don't want to jump the gun, but they could come back from Paris with more Olympic swimming gold medals than anyone we have had before. Both of them had the chance.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. They're as we know, they've been putting on performances for us for years now. Tokyo was a breakout, and it hasn't stopped. There's just been a continuation, and they position themselves to be able to do that, and that's really what it's about: getting on the getting to the trials, getting on the team, and positioning yourself, and then going there to deliver on that performance. And I have no doubt that that would be their goal. And they're coming up. They're in some quality opposition that both those ladies have. Obviously, Ariane, we know the Summer McIntosh, but also Kaylee with Regan and a number of other good backstrokers. So yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Rowan, what happens in these next 40 days for our swim team? What changes? What training? What do you do to prepare them for Paris now?
Yeah, so we're going to have an orientation day on Sunday, so we'll get the team together, pretty much just induct them into the Olympic team and all the things that you need to do. You know, there's a lot of little paperwork here and there, but also just to get together and set the tone for the campaign. A group will leave 3 days after that, so on Wednesday they'll travel to Cannes in France, and then the following on the Saturday. The rest of the group will follow. We'll have the team there for 3 weeks for a training camp at the south of France. And that's really to recover, reset, refocus, and just acclimatize to the European weather and also the time zone. And then we'll move into Chartres, which is our staging camp, where we'll really ramp it up into an Olympic team field. And that's where they'll re-taper off of this racing here, as well as the 3-week training block that they're going to do. And some of them haven't fully rested here. You know, some athletes have dropped tapered and come in. The ones that could probably afford to do that have. So everybody's got a different preparation. But what they will do is they'll recover and relax, and then they'll reset for the racing in 40 days.
Ron, we've been in awe of the performances here. What's your assessment of this selection trials at day 5?
Yeah, look, I think it's there's been some great stuff. I think there's been some athletes and some performances that I know that they're setting themselves for Paris, so there's kind of building towards that. But it always throws something up, throws some really exciting races, and then there's some that don't go to plan for some people. So it's a real emotional meet, and from my perspective, I don't come in with any expectation. I just try to sit back, watch it unfold, and then, keeps me present on a daily basis. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. Great group of athletes. I've been working with them since Tokyo, and I'm really privileged to be in this position to take them on the campaign to the Olympics.
Rowan, congratulations on the work yourself and your fellow coaches have done, and on behalf of all of Australia, we wish you and the team well heading to Paris. No pressure, but Australia's beaten the US once in an Olympics. That was in 1956, maybe twice coming up.
Well, it's been 68 years. It's kind of becoming our America's Cup a bit, or something like that. We're going to go up against it. We'll have a crack, that's for sure. These guys definitely have a go.
Thanks, Rowan.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Matt.
Rowan Taylor joining us. Great to catch up with Australia's head coach. And, of course, tomorrow we've got Cody Simpson and Kate Campbell with one more chance in the 50 to see whether or not she can get through. This is brilliant swim by Matt Galea. 10 seconds ahead of the rest of the field.
Well, we said that he might have to do it all on his own, and that's exactly what's happened. So it now becomes a mental game, as Thorpe said before. Break it down into 3 500s. We're in the final leg of those 500s, and he's really lifted his tempo. He's lifted his tempo. The kick is still there. He's looking around, making sure that he hasn't not accounted for anyone else in the race, but he knows that he's out in front, and it's now a race between him and the clock.
That's what he set himself up for, that is the competition. Realistically, the only swimmer that would be able to get within that time to make the qualification in this 1500 metres. It's a long time to actually see that result. The motivation of not knowing where you are, where do you find that strength? But it has to come from within. You realise all of that training it prepares you for this one moment.
And it is a huge honour to represent your nation at an Olympics, but to swim in the 1500 freestyle, given the storied history that this nation has enjoyed in that race, would just be at the peak of anyone's career. Matt Galea coming down to touch the wall, and he'll have a couple of laps remaining, and that time 14:54.29. 200 metres to swim.
You know that his coach, Adam Cable, would be trying to give him a whistle on the side of the pool, trying to find some way of even mental telepathy to let him know where he is in this race. What has he got to do? What has he got to find over these final stages to achieve that qualifying time? We keep talking about this qualifying time, but it is tough. It is fast, and he's going to have to swim a PB.
It was the great Kieran Perkins, the first Australian man to go underneath that magic 15-minute barrier. There was a period in time they didn't think it could be done. Well, Matt Galea has to break 15 minutes to earn a swim in the 1500 in Paris.
14:54.29.
There's the bell.
Nearly a 3-second PB required for Matt Galea tonight to make this qualifying time. He's heard the bell, and once again, it looks like he's lifting. It looks like he's finding something in this final 100.
Yeah, there's a sense of relief that comes with that bell, but it's also creates a level of urgency. You've got 100 metres, whatever you have left, whatever you can find, you put it into this part of the race.
This is going to be tight. He's blown the rest of the field away, Matt Galea, but the clock is ticking. He's got to be slick in and out of this wall. 50 metres to swim. Can McAleer make it to Paris? He's thrashing through the water. 30 metres to swim. 14:54.29. I don't think he's going to make it. He's been absolutely outstanding, setting the pace of this race, but unfortunately the time has just slipped away. Can he break 15 minutes? He has. 14:58.96. It was a big ask. So for any 1500-metre swimmer to go under the 15-minute barrier is a stellar achievement, and McAleer has won this by quite a margin on one of our open water competitors in Kyle Lee, and in third position it was Ben Godemans.
It's such a heartbreaking scene, isn't it, when you win at these Australian trials. You win the 1500. You're the fastest Australian on this day, yet missing the qualifying time means that you don't get to go to an Olympics.
Yeah, and it's brutal watching that realisation on someone's face as well, where they do just that calculation, look at the time, look at their under 15 minutes, which is a standard. You want to do that consistently and then know that you fall just 4 seconds outside of it. So 0.3 of a second per 100 metres, like it all gets to you. You start adding it up.
Galea under 15 minutes. He went a second faster than he did to get through here.